I'm Sequoia. I'm from Black Enterprise. I'm the founder of a company called Commas as well. We help entrepreneurs get their businesses off the ground. And throughout that process, I was in this marketing accelerator, and we were doing our bi-weekly calls, and this face pops up on our calls, and I'm like, who is this girl? So one of the guys was asking a question. He was like, so what do I need to do with my Wix platform? So he was selling e-commerce, so we already know where that's going, right? And Ronnie pops up on the screen and she's like, first of all, you need to get off of Wix. You need to be on Shopify, okay? So she is on the other side dropping them gems. She ain't even in the class. I love it. So if you guys can help me in bringing a big warm welcome for Ronnie Brown, founder of Girl CEO.
All right. My mic sound nice. Check one. All right, I think we good. All right, good afternoon, everyone. All right, are you guys excited? All right, I'm really excited. So let's go ahead and get this party started. As you all know, my name is Ronnie Brown. You all can connect with me on social media at Ronnie Brown. There is no I in my name. Just add the Brown after the Ronnie. All right, so first and foremost, today we are talking about how to create a movement. How many of you all know the power of creating a movement? Make some noise. You know, I've gone to tons of courses and classes and sessions, and I see everyone talking about how to sell a product and how to sell and how to increase your revenue. But what I teach a lot of my clients is that you should focus on creating community, and you should focus on creating a platform of people before rolling out a product. How many of you all sell products? Raise your hand. Awesome. So the first thing we want to make sure that we keep in mind is the way that we create a movement is by creating a community first. The biggest thing that I want to stress is that we don't want to prematurely roll out and launch products before we have an actual community, because we don't want to sell to insects. We want to sell to people, correct? And you all know how those crickets sound, right? When you roll out that product, you roll out that service, and no one purchases it. So the first thing I suggest when creating a business or growing your brand is to make sure that you tell your story first. And you all are probably thinking, what in the heck does this have to do with my company? But right now, marketing is changing. Repeat after me. Marketing is changing. How is marketing changing? Marketing is changing because people are transitioning out of buying products and they are going into buying people. Repeat after me. People buy people. Say that one more time. Perfect. Well, a little bit about me. I was a teen mom. By the time I was 25, I had 3 children. Say, girl, that's a lot of kids. All right. Well, a lot of people counted me out. They told me that I would fail. They told me that I would not be successful. When I walked in young, all of my friends' parents, they looked at their kids like, you better stay away from her, all right? And I was really determined to change the trajectory of my life, all right? I made a decision that I was going to be successful one way or the other. I had a whole lot of failed projects. I dropped out of college. Can y'all say, girl, you avoided those student loans? I avoided student loans. I had multiple jobs, got fired from a ton of them. How many of you have ever been fired from a job? Raise your hand. Yeah, you never really tell people you got fired. You just kind of tell them you put your 2 weeks in. But I was fired from multiple jobs, and I had tons of failed projects. So what you want to always do is you always want to start with your story. Story gives you the relatability, it gives you the opportunity for people to connect with you, and it really helps people build that relationship with you, especially online. How many of you all care more about what people have been through in their life than just what they're selling? Raise your hand. You know, I tend to tell my clients the reason why storytelling is so important because no one cares. No one cares about what you're selling all day until they care about you. How many of you all are on social media? Raise your hand. All right. How many of you all follow your favorite celebrities because you want to see them post advertisements all day? Raise your hand. All right, now let's be honest. How many of you all follow them because you want to be nosy and you want to see the behind the scenes? Raise your hand. Perfect. So this is why your story is so important, all right? When I started my first business was a salon. I was fired from my job, and I went home, and I started something that I actually love. My first company I launched back in 2008, 2009. My product line was called Amore Monet, and I was the owner of a hair salon. I went around to people's homes, and I gave them makeovers, and I did events. One of the things that you're going to have to deal with when creating the movement and growing your business is what people are going to tell you that you're not going to be able to accomplish. As you can see here, this was me with my son graduating, him graduating in high school now. This was him with me back in the day. This was a long time ago, y'all. You know, I'm a little old. No, I'm just joking. But when I walked across that stage in high school, it just made me remember why I was doing what I'm doing. And the reason why I want to put this picture up here is because everyone talks about making money. Everyone talks about becoming successful. But people never really talk about the pushback, the doubt, and the fear that you're going to have on the journey, right? And the reason why I put this photo up here is because while you're on your journey, you're going to have to remember why you're doing what you're doing. The times when the sales are not coming through, the times when you wake up and you check the Shopify and it says 0, the times when you don't really know how you're going to pay your next mortgage, your car note, and things of that nature. So you want to keep your why in front of you at all times when creating your movement, all right? So for me, my children drove me to be more successful. I was always counted out. I was always doubted. And people really didn't believe in what I was doing. Look at my babies. Aren't they cute? You know, everyone thinks their children are the cutest, right? All right. Now, let's get started. You guys, you want to get around other people who share your passion. Now, this is really important. This is why most of you all are at this event. But what I realize that many people make a mistake in is they come to events like this and they never connect with the people that they are not with. They stay with the person that they drove here with. They stay with the person that they flew with. Everyone's looking at each other like, I'm not going over there. I'm just as important as she is. I'm not going to go say hi, right? So I want to remind you that while you are here at this Black Enterprise event to get a different phone number, connect with some different people, and get aligned with women who are on the same page as you. One of the biggest things that you're going to have to learn is to connect with women who share your passion. These are my best friends. They're all full-time entrepreneurs, and they're all excelling in their businesses. And I need to be connected to women like this who understand me, who I can talk to, who I can vent to, who I can complain to when I don't make my sales go every month, all right? So you guys have to connect with people who are like-minded. Now, let's talk about growing your influence on social media and building the following and growing on social media. Sorry, guys. The first thing is you want to be social on social, right? There is this big thing that's happening right now where everyone thinks that they're too cool on social media. Right? You know the cool people where you comment on their stuff and they're too cool to comment back. Well, how did I create my movement? Right now, I have about 135,000 people following me on my personal page, and I have about 150,000 people following my company. I've been on social media since 2011, and I've been on Facebook since 2008, okay? I could not afford a website. I cannot afford any tech stuff. I grew my entire company, which is a 7-figure company, on social media without any ads. I know everyone's doing ads and advertising, but I grew my company organically. But let me tell y'all, this year Mama is launching into the ad game because I'm seeing too many people win, all right? So I was one of the very few people who grew organic followings on social media. So let's talk about how to really win on social. The first thing is be social on social. Repeat after me. Be social on social. Comment and like other people's photos. Repeat after me. Respond to your followers. And repost other people. Now, I really didn't understand this initially, but when I took the time as the owner of a company to talk to the customers that were in my inbox, people thought I were crazy. Like, some of you guys are looking at me right now. You're like, what? You got time to check those DMs? Guess what? It blew the minds of my customers. I started to send them voice messages because Instagram has the new voice messaging option where you can actually send messages to people and they can hear your voice. When my customers figured out that they were actually talking to me, the owner of the company, they were blown away. Can y'all say blown away? Blown away, all right? They loved it, they were excited, and they realized that I was really, really down to earth. Another thing that you want to do to offer value to your customers is you want to give them quality content. This is how you build and create a movement online. Now, a lot of people skip this process, and they're like, do you want to learn how to make 6 figures in 6 days, and you just have to pay me $6,000? And you're like, but you've been in business for 6 minutes, and you have 6 followers, and I don't know because all I see is high-resolution photos, all right? Well, guess what? We want to offer our clients and our customers quality content. And can I just stress that it doesn't matter what industry you are in. Somebody say, it doesn't matter. There is content for every single person. You have to take the time to create the content for your industry and your lane, right? People should come to your page and they should learn. So the first thing you want to do is post valuable information for your followers. You should make sure that you send a newsletter with high quality information consistently on a weekly basis. How many of you are girl CEOs? Raise your hand. Anybody? All right, we got a lot of girl CEOs in the building. All right. You know that when you get emails from me, they are taken to the next level, meaning I put my heart into those emails. Every time you open one up, I want to make sure that you are learning something that you did not know. And I want real information, real stuff, no fluff. I want resources and tools in my emails that make people look forward to getting emails from me. So repeat after me. Make people want to open your emails. Now, this has a lot to do with the subject line because you guys can't say newsletter in the subject. You got to say, we found your $1 million, right? How many of you all will open that? Raise your hand. Okay. All right. So another thing that I want to stress is host a free class. Everyone's so anxious to get paid. I know you want to be a millionaire. I know you want to make money, but before that happens, you have to add value to other people's lives. And you need to show people that you are qualified to help their company and to help them grow. All right? Now, another thing that I personally love is grassroots building. Somebody say, get on out there. This is why you are here at Black Enterprise today, because networking is key. Everyone is behind the computer. So guess what Ronnie's doing right now? Anyone want to take a guess? Ronnie's getting in the field. Ronnie's getting out and she's meeting new people because everyone else is online. Me personally, I am more of a belly-to-belly person, meaning I love to meet people. I love to connect with people. I love to hear your voice. I love to give you a big hug, and I want to make you feel like you've known me for 20 years. I personally believe that that is the power in growing relationships and growing a business. The women who follow me online feel like they've known me for 20 years based on how personable I am. How many of you all follow me online and you feel like you're my sister or my cousin? Raise your hand. I met a girl in the back. She's like, yeah, this is my cousin. I'm like, hey, cousin. This is what you need to do to be more personable and to build a relationship with your customer. This is me at networking events. You know, I stress all the time that it is so important for you to get out there and meet new people, hug people, talk to people, let people know you're here. This is really, really important. And can I just add, I was going to wear this pink dress today. I'm glad I didn't wear it again. All right. And another thing is experience is everything. right? Understand that trial and error will happen. And I want to encourage you guys to fail more. And even more, don't be afraid to let people know when you fail. I think that everyone is documenting their highs. No one is documenting the lows. Everyone is documenting and showing the success. No one is showing the bad days. I believe that if you want to create a movement, it is so important that you show your audience the days where you fail as well. It lets them know that it happens to everyone. It reminds them that you are a real person, and it lets them feel like they can connect with you on a deeper level. All right? Another thing is collaboration. Repeat after me. Let's collaborate. Well, there's one thing that I want to stress when collaborating with other people. Make sure that they have just as much value to bring to you as you have to bring to them. Can I get a praise dance right there? I just saw her. She held her hand up like she was about to walk up here and drop something on the podium, okay? You want to make sure that they have something to offer, right? Because a lot of times people want to build their list. So they need to be valuable as well, all right? Another thing is build a community. Facebook is still free, praise God. You can create a Facebook group in 5 minutes and put people in there that share the same interests 24/7, get someone to help you keep that group going, and then you go into launch mode, all right? Another thing that you want to do if you want to create a movement, like a girl CEO, is you want to create success stories through other people. Nothing will win you over clients like testimonials of people that you have helped. How many of you all shop on Amazon? Raise your hand. Look, y'all Prime members. Look at the Prime members. Prime members like, yeah, I'm Prime. I get my stuff in a day, sis. All right. Well, guess what? When you go to purchase something, how many of you all are review junkies like me? I'm reading those reviews, baby. Don't you think you're going to get me, because I'm going to see if the product is going to come on time. I'm going to make sure that it's put together right. I'm going to see if anything got delivered broke. Well, those are success stories, those testimonials. So if you help people and you help people create additional revenue or anything that you can do that they can say, this changed my business, guess what? We need a video, all right? Repeat after me. We need a video. Video testimonials will change your business forever. These testimonials need to be on your landing page. These testimonials need to be on your website. These testimonials need to be on your Instagram. These testimonials need to be in your newsletter. Everywhere the customer looks, they need to see people talking about how your product or your service has helped them. All right? Can y'all say, Ronnie, I got it? All right, perfect. All right. Now, let's just also talk about the stepping stones. Everyone jumps off the porch and they're an expert. Right now, you just wake up and you're a millionaire. That's what Instagram makes you think, right? One day you're in college, the next day you're standing in front of a Rolls Royce on the gram like this, right? But that's not true. That's not true. That's not how this works. It's a process. We have to learn to serve. Can I get a serve to the right? Serve our way to success. What does that mean? That means that there is a process. We have to work for other people. We're not always the experts. We need to get that time. We need to get that experience. We need to learn from other people because that's what it takes. And can I just tell you that to all of the young folk in the room, don't be afraid to volunteer. I think we want to get paid so fast that we miss out on the value that we are offered by working with big companies like Black Enterprise, right? Working with great companies like Girl CEO. The value that we get from working with people that have 15 to 20 years experience. Don't take that for granted because you never know where you can potentially go. So this was my process. I sold candles. I had a makeup business. I got into the network marketing world, got out of it quick. All right. Did events. I was a vendor. This was me out here just really trying to build a customer base and get customers just like these people that are here. But the most important thing that I did was I listened to my audience. How many of you all listen to your audience? All right. You have to listen to your audience to find out what your audience wants versus telling them what you want to give them. I meet and I work with so many girl CEOs. They launch products and they're like, this is what I'm launching. This is what I'm coming out with. This is going to be my business. Oh, you wait. It's coming. They launch it. No one buys. The reason why no one buys is because they never asked their customer what they wanted. Repeat after me. Ask your customer. No, let's say that louder. I want y'all to act like y'all really feel it in your spirit. Ask your customer. And the reason why this is important, because if you ask them and they tell you, they will pre-order it. Hello? If they really want it, they will buy it from you in advance, and that will stop you from losing money. Can someone say, I don't want to lose my money? I have hundreds of girl CEOs who are stuck with inventory from products that they've launched that no one wants to buy. You know why? Because they didn't take the time to do the market research to find out what their customers actually wanted. So you're probably thinking, how do I ask my customers? We do polls. You post on Instagram. You ask them to give their feedback. You find out what they want you to do for them. Some of you all need to retrack your entire businesses right now and go ask your customer, what is it that you want from me? Don't be afraid to ask your customer what they want. They want it from you. They're already your customers. Find out what you can give them, okay? Another thing is you want to develop a solution that sells. Before you launch a product, make sure that that product can solve a problem. What problem are you solving? When I created Girl CEO, I built a community for women that offer them tools and strategies to increase their revenue. Why? Because it was the struggle that I dealt with when I started my business. I did not have mentorship. You all know how hard it is. Can I get an amen on mentorship? It's hard to find. You find people and you look up to them and you admire them and you try to get information from them, and they are so afraid that you are going to take their idea. They are so afraid that you are going to surpass them that they don't want to give you the real tools. And I promised myself that when I actually became successful, I was going to create a community for women to give them real tools, not empowerment. I wanted to equip and educate them, okay? So make sure you develop a solution that sells. Be strategic, use your experience, and analyze where you want to go. This is when the sales pour in. This is my daughter and I, and my dog, Reno. And this is us shipping out orders in my warehouse. All right, I'm putting my daughter to work. Get your kids involved now so you can teach them and they can build that legacy. All right? And another thing is, if you want to create a movement, you want to be authentic. Can y'all tell I'm just me? Okay, be yourself. Stay true to who you are all the time. Don't let someone tell you how you should talk. Don't let someone tell you that you need to dress like this. You need to be yourself. Authenticity is winning right now. Everyone say, I am authentic. I am me. I am true to myself, and I will never forget where I came from. Because that's what it's about. So share your daily life with your followers. Be more personal with your followers. And last but not least, guys, we want to create something that people feel like they can be a part of. Okay? I watch so many people start businesses, and it's all about them. I had a young lady come up to me, and she wanted to give me a T-shirt. The T-shirt had her name on it. Let's just be real. Why do I want to wear a T-shirt with your name on it? I want to wear a T-shirt that makes me feel like I'm a part of this, or it says a message that relates to my life. So think about that the next time you put Ronessa Shamika Williams on a T-shirt and you want to go get it to influencers. Why would they want to buy that? Why would they want to wear that, right? We want to create businesses that people can feel a part of. That's what Girl CEO is. We have a message that relates to women everywhere. That, guess what? You can be your own business owner. You can be your own boss. You can do what you love. You can earn income doing something that you're passionate about, okay? And this is what I've done over the years, guys. So I want to open it up for a Q&A. Did you guys enjoy that? Yeah. All right, give me a round of applause. Thank you. Any questions? You want to give them the mic? Go ahead. They coming with the mic for you. You on the spotlight today. Here you go, sir.
Just out of curiosity, when you were being introduced, the young lady said you had a conversation in which you told somebody to get off Wix and go to Shopify. I just wanted you to kind of elaborate on why.
So here's the thing. He was selling products. In the retail business right now, everyone knows that Shopify is one of the leading programs out there. Not only is it a leading program, it's very user-friendly, it is very cost-efficient, and the apps and the programs that they have built into Shopify allow you to really make a difference into your customers' life. Meaning you can send out emails, you can do promos, you can do discount codes, you can do retargeting with Facebook. There are just so many different tools that you can get through Shopify. So I personally use Shopify for my company, and I suggest it for every single one. I started with Wix. It was very difficult for me. It wasn't a platform where I can see the analytics of my business. I could see the customers. I could see where they are shopping from. I could see what page they landed on first. These are just some of the things that Shopify allowed me to get involved in and see. I love to see the numbers. I want to see who my customer is that spends the most money with my store. So I highly suggest Shopify for that reason. Anyone else? Can we give her a round of applause today? Come on, y'all. She working today.
Thank you so much, Ronnie. I just had a question because you mentioned I think you hit on something really important, which is people launching products before they actually know if it's going to be successful in the marketplace. So could you maybe just walk us through some of your best practices or the thought process that you work with your customers for understanding their market? I mean, I know you could probably do like a focus group or go out there and just get information, but what are some ways that you help prepare people to get the critical information to know if their product is going to be successful or not?
All right, so stand up. We're going to use you as an example.
Okay.
All right, so for example, you are creating a suit company. All right, everyone turn around. Turn around. Everyone give him a ooh, yes. Look at that suit. It looks really, really nice, okay? So he's going to launch a suit business. So the first thing we're going to do is you're going to take photos in your different suits, all right? And we're going to test it out, and we're going to see if your audience loves the fact that you wear suits, right? And how are we going to do this? We're going to do this by looking at the analytics and the engagement on the post that you're putting up, the comments, all right? And then you're going to start posting other suits, right? And this is you in the beginning. You're not rolling out a product. You're not selling anything yet. You're not saying, oh, wait for my store. You're just posting other guys looking good in their suits. Then you may post him. Stand up for me here. Right here, yeah. Are we talking to you? Yeah, All right. Everyone give me a ooh, Look, he's like, yeah, give it one more time. All right. So then we may post him. And then everyone, they may comment, what do you think about this gray color? All right. And then all of your users are like, yeah, I love gray. I love gray. I love gray. And then we may post this fly guy here. You stand on up. Everyone give him a ooh, All right, and now what we're noticing in this process is everyone likes blue suits. Blue suits are really trendy right now, right? And then he comes with the blue as well. Come on, stand up. Oh, yeah, that's you. Give him a ooh, guys. All right, everyone sit down. So what we're going to start doing is every day we're going to start posting different suits from different people, from different pages, from different companies. We're tagging them. Because we're tagging them, they're going to start following our pages. And then guess what's going to happen? People who are interested in suits, they're going to start doing what, guys? Say it again. Following that page. Repeat after me. Following that page. And then my girl just steps in with a real blue. Come on, stand up, sis. And then we know that we also have an audience for women who are interested in suits as well. And then we post this and we see the engagement, okay? Now, what happens after that? We then go in and we create a Facebook group. And we're like, this is after you've been doing this for probably 6 months, 6 to 8 months. See how people rush it? They're like, oh, 2 weeks, my business is launching, you better be ready. We're doing this for 6 to 8 months, maybe a year. We're building up the flow. We're making sure that we know what our audience wants. Then we create the Facebook group. We put the links to the Facebook group in the bio. People go to the Facebook group. They join the Facebook group. We start pumping different photos, different conversations. We may have a male in the suit meetup night. Whoever does that, I need 10%. All right? We may have a night, okay? Then we may start posting different ties. We're doing polls. People are commenting to see what polls they like, what ties they like, what color suits go the best. And even on your posts, the questions are like, what's your favorite color? Do you like double-breasted? Do you like whatever? I don't know. I don't wear suits, so I'm not even going to fake. But whatever the different looks are, you're going to go in that direction and kind of interview them and get them going. All right? And then we may say, what's the most? We may drop a post that says, what's the most that you're willing to pay for a suit? Okay? And they're telling you that this is giving you the opportunity to create your price point. All right? And then, as you know, we'll roll out your product. Okay? It may be a simple product. You may start small like a tie. So you may create a suit based on the color and the style that everyone said that they like. Just one thing. I tell my clients to come out with one product. Start with one product first to see what people respond. And you may ask them to pre-order that item. That will put you in a position to not lose your money, all right? Get their buy-in initially, all right? Not look up and have $5,000 worth of suits in your closet and one customer, all right? And then you go from there. Does that help? All right, give him a round of applause for that question. That was a really good question. Anyone else?
Your content. Can everyone hear me?
Okay.
Thank you. So my question is, how do you know when you need to?
Give her the mic back.
Just come over here. My question is, how do you know when you need to pivot and when you need to stay put? So through your journey, I've seen that you've done like makeup. I've seen that you've done network marketing and things like that. My name is Keisha Mabry. I'm an author and a speaker, and my audience is asking me to pivot. I've been speaking for 2 years, but I'm trying to figure out, like, do I pivot or do I stay put?
What is your audience asking you?
So they're asking me to pivot into products.
Okay.
So I speak about networking, relationship building, how to find a mentor, things like that.
Okay, so here's the thing. Always listen to your audience. That was one of the things that we just now went over. You want to listen to your audience, and maybe you need to create products, digital products around what you do. I would totally listen to my audience, and I'm never afraid to pivot. I started out in the beauty industry selling products. I'm still selling products. So the product has changed, but I am me. I only sell things that relate to me. I love beauty. I love makeup. I love fashion. That's me, and I love teaching women how to make millions of dollars. That's my passion. I'm not going outside of that. You're not going to see me selling electricity. That's not my thing. I stay in my lane. So if your audience wants more from you, give them what they want, but start with one thing and test it out. Ask them, what do they want? A speaker's form, how to become a speaker, how to do public speaking, how to get booked at speaking events. Give them what they want. All right? So go pivot, sis. All right. We have another question. I think we're down to like 2 minutes.
Hi there, Ronnie.
5 minutes. Okay. I don't know where she is. Okay, I see you.
Hi there. I make transformative hair care and skincare so you can feel your best. I'm Carly. And I'm curious. I saw some of your images that denotes that you've been on TV, on news stations. So how did you go about pitching to them and that they come to you?
So here's the thing that I tell people all the time. I think I was just saying this in the back of the room. When you are busy with your head down and you're building a business and you're making a difference and you're impacting people's lives, people will notice you. I was having this conversation last night as well. People say, well, how do you get picked up at events? Well, I give so much information to people that I'm making a difference in their lives that people are talking about me. When people start talking about you, God becomes your PR, right? So God has been my PR. And that's just how it works. So right now, you need to be making sure your customer testimonials are all over your page. You need to make sure they're on your website. Everyone that buys something from you, you need to ask them for a review or a testimonial, and you need to get it out there. Sooner or later, people are going to start reaching out to you and say, hey, can you speak here? How did you do this? How did you make your product? How did you get these many people to follow you and what you have going on? And that is just as simple as it is. Your head down, just work, and the people will come to you. All right?
Do you have time for one more question?
Oh, yeah, I have time. I can do Q&A all day. That's my flow.
Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Haki Ami, the Success Scholar. My question, I'm an author and speaker as well, but I had a powerful idea in terms of a shirt, a T-shirt line for more of the educated hip-hop heads like myself of the 90s Tupac generation.
All right.
Can you just speak in terms of how I can get this dope T-shirt out to the masses?
Well, here's the thing that I would suggest. I think that when we create a product, we have to have a budget in place for marketing. The first thing that I would suggest just for a T-shirt is that you want to have a budget in place to just give it away. When I launched my first Girl CO hoodie, it really wasn't to make money. People didn't know that. They thought like, yeah, she's about to make money from these hoodies. No, actually, I was prepared to just give them all away because it was a marketing strategy for me. So you go to these events and you see companies like Nike and different companies like Fila, and they're just giving stuff away that has the brand name on it. The purpose of that is to build awareness for the company. So right now, if you're in the 90s, what I would be trying to do is I would try to send as many T-shirts to people that grew up in that era. Right? And then I would make sure you have a contract with them because people will take your product and they will not post it, okay? Make sure you have a contract in place where you say, I send you this T-shirt and you are to do one post by this day. I will flood it and pack it out. What is that going to do? This is going to build awareness for your company. It's going to drive the traffic there. And then I would then do a party, like a 90s party. Make sure you invite me now. Don't get brand new, all right? A 90s party where everyone has their Adidas on, you know, their pants, and we're doing 90s music, and they're having fun, but everyone wears their T-shirt. You're taking photos. You are tracking what's going on. This is how you're going to create a movement. There are people who miss 90s music. How many of y'all miss a little Biggie? Be honest. Because now you're riding in your car and everyone's like, no. You don't even know what these jokers saying right now. You just, you're like Migos. You're just like whatever. So you're waiting for someone that can give you a clear rap verse that's talking about something. And I do miss 90s hip hop. So I would also create a community for people, and it would be called We Miss 90s Hip Hop. How many of you all would join right now? Listen, what's your name? Give me my 10%, Aki. All right? I would create that community. My people would be in there. We would roll out the shirts. We would have our first party. We would get it going. And then every single T-shirt that I produce, I would only produce maybe one a year. It would be around another artist or maybe a quote from a song that really inspired other people. All right? Give them a round of applause. One more.
Hi, Ronnie.
Hi, sis.
So I really loved your talk and what you talked about in terms of starting out and telling your story, being authentic, being social. What advice would you have for someone who has more of an introverted personality versus being an extrovert?
This is so funny that you asked me this because I'm such an introvert. I'm lying. It's so funny that you asked me this because there are so many people that ask me this at events. They're like, what if you're an introvert? What's your business?
Okay, sorry. I coach people on how to get into top MBA programs like Harvard, Stanford, Wharton, and I want to create a movement around more underrepresented talent going that route.
Okay, so this is what I would do. How many of you all know that there is a lane for everyone? Repeat after me. There is a lane for everyone. Even as an introvert. So long story short, I used to have an assistant that worked for me a few years ago. She was an introvert. And she was always afraid to start her business because she thought that because she was an introvert, no one would support her. Guess what I launched for her? A brand. Guess what the name of it was? Being Successful as an Introvert. And what did that do? It attracted all introverted people. It's okay. So you can, whatever your brand is, what is the name of your company? Okay. Monica, you could do something. Just put introvert in your branding. And it's going to attract other people who are introverted, coaching people to the MBA as an introvert, all right? Something like that. So what I always say is market around your weakness. Make sure you're talking about your weakness a lot, all right? I love you guys. Thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoy my session. Really quick, I want to give you guys something. I want you guys to go to girlceoguide.com. I have a guide there that gives you a ton of tips to grow your business. You can print that guide out, use that guide. These are my personal strategies. It's girlceoguide.com. All right, have a great day.